Yo boys, back with another video. Today we're gonna be doing the good old fashioned Boomy and yeah, pretty much just been getting all my legend wins. I'm right now currently I'm at 80 out of 100, so I only have about 20 more to go, and then I'm pretty much done. What my main goal is to pretty much get 2400 on every class in solo shuffle, and then go for rank 1 on every one of those classes. Obviously, um, it depends on the season or whatever, but I'm either going to be doing I'm obviously going to be doing my main rogue, and then I'm going to be doing either one or two other classes for rank 1 depending on, if the season's solid for solo shuffle. And then after I do all those classes eventually, then I will move on to threes. I am going to start playing threes next season on my rogue. I'm going to start playing it every season to go for rank 1 and stuff. But I think that's the plan. Now, instead of me playing, 9 classes at once, to where, it's kind of it's not really difficult, but with how many hours I play and how, like, this season it was pretty difficult. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I got my Windwalker, my Boomy, and my DK to 2400, and then I got my Mage 2300, my Hunter 2300. Um, I got like five other characters like 2300, but they didn't have an MMR buff, and yeah, that's just how that goes. But um, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Boomy has been pretty rough. It feels like every time I play a caster, it all comes down to if I have a healer that's not 2k CR. Because it's like, I can CC or I can do everything that I can try to do, but it's like at the end of the day, no matter what I do, a healer has to be able to do like enough healing that to do enough to, heal me. It's like, it's really hard to heal a caster, it just really is. Like, cause casters, like, especially versus melee, like, versus melee cleaves, and that's my problem. Melee cleaves absolutely farm me. Like, cause, like, I can kite as much as I can, I can try to pre-cog Cyclone as much as I can, but at the end of the day, I just die. Like, it is not even just me, it's any caster that's, facing a double melee, we just absolutely get farmed. It's like, they do too much consistent damage. It's like, instead of us doing, 30 to 40k a second, depending on if we're getting focus or not. Melees do 50k minimum, and then on their burst they do like 120k DPS. That's non-stop for like 10 seconds. Like, it's really hard. I can see how it's really hard for a healer to be able to heal that. But regardless, I do enjoy Boomy. But yeah, my main goal is just to get every class 2400, and then I'll go for rank 1 on them, and then after that, then I'll go for glide at them. And I'm doing this separately so I can focus on one subject, because obviously I don't stream and I still have back issues, so I can't play, all day like everyone else can. Like, if I could play, 6 hours straight every day, then it's different. But it's like, it's just not like that. And then on top of that, I only queue AM because I work, and I'm a night owl, so there's that. And honestly, queues are kind of good at night. The problem is you get a lot of these problem war players, and like, if for some reason it syncs you with these other players, and your ping will be like 150 to 200. So it's like, there's good and bad things. Like, you get faster queues, but it's like your ping is like a lot higher, so it's really hard. But yeah, I do enjoy Boomy, and I hope you guys like watching the good old fashioned Boomy. But yeah, that's pretty much the plan that I have. That'll keep me busy pretty much. And I haven't really gone. The only time I've gone for rank 1 is last season on my rogue, and I was a little bit off. Unfortunately, assassination got nerfed like 2 weeks beforehand, and then I never pushed from like 3200. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait to the end, because I never thought, Assass would get nerfed right before the new season was coming out. So I ended up getting the 3250, and then I sat. I was like, all right, well, I'll finish. I'll push that extra 200 CR when it's the last of the season and queues aren't bad. And of course, when I come back and I find out it's nerfed, I get farmed by like nobody else is playing it. Everyone else has already gotten their rank 1 spot, and I'm sitting there like I'm goofy, and I didn't even get it. And this guy messaged me the before game. He ended up not bubbling. So this guy, I would have gone 4-2, I think, but he ended up just not bubbling in the opener, so he just died. And I guess that's why he's saying, sorry, Ante. But yeah, Boomy's Boomy's like a give or take. It's good and it's bad. Now, I'm running a solo target build. I'm running Super T's build, so I'm pretty sure there's an AoE build, but I don't know what it is. Honestly, Boomy feels good on his burst, but then it feels really bad if you're focused. Like, I don't know how to say it. Like, if they focus you and they keep kicking you and stuff, it feels insanely bad. Even with precogs, it's like off your burst, your damage is you're kind of like relying on just mini like it just feels bad. Like the overall damage just feels garbage, but the burst damage feels great. But yeah, if I'm getting focused, I'm doing negative damage. I have to bear form every like 20 sec or every 2 seconds because I'm just dying in a global because I'm leather and that's just how it is. And I don't have like an immunity spell, so I don't have like a bubble or I don't have like a block or an alter time. I'm pretty much the most useless CDs. You have the bear heal that does nothing, and then skin is irrelevant. Pretty much every CD defensively that I have is one of the worst of any class in the game. But if this was like a threes match, it's probably a lot better. But in solo shuffle wise, it just feels kind of like I don't know. It's good enough to get like higher rated, but it's like you'd have to play it like it's just been a nightmare. I'm not gonna lie. But then again, it's really hard to heal a Boomy in general. I mean, it is insanely hard. I mean, it's insanely hard to honestly heal anything in solo shuffle. But um, yeah, I'm kind of just waiting for the next season, and that's about it. Because I've kind of just been trying to get these legend wins, and that's all I'm waiting for. Because I'm kind of just bored. And honestly, I thought it was just me. So you know how I complain about the game? I thought it was just me, but no. Every time I go to somebody else's stream, everyone else they all do the same thing I do. They're like, bro, this retail's trash. Like everyone's just gone to like classic or Wrath, and nobody cares about retail. Like I go in somebody's stream and they're like people that you think like not mez, you think he'd be playing retail, but then the moment I go in there, he's like, oh nah, bro, retail's trash, and he's just I guess he's having more he'd rather level on classic than play retail. That's pretty damn, that's pretty sad, but I mean, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't play Wrath because obviously the gearing system is absolute, like, hell no. I'm not spending 5 months to get gear. And just to face like an H-POW and a Weir and a DK, I'm passing that. But, yeah, that's all there is to it. But we end up winning here and we get her done. See, that damage was good right there because I was unhealable damage. If you have a healer that can like, there's sometimes where it's good and sometimes where it's bad. Good that it's not a double melee, it's only a DK, and it's not like a survival hunter or nothing. However, you got to deal with 3 kicks and a ground. It's very questionable. I'd say Boomy's probably A tier. Yeah, I think probably A tier. So it's not bad. It's like where Rogue is probably. No, Rogue's probably worse than that. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've only faced one Rogue, and he went 0-6. That was my last match. He went 0-6. Actually, I was on my Windwalker. We were facing a tank, a Brewmaster Monk that was 300 CR at 2500. That's unfortunate. I actually have that, clipped. He actually was a rank 1 though, so there was that. But still, a tank is kind of just dumb. But your nerd, it do be like that. I don't really know what my next classes are gonna be, but whatever's like the meta, whatever the meta is next season, on top of me playing Rogue is what I'm gonna play. Obviously, if I've already gotten that class to 2400, I'm not gonna be playing it. But if I haven't, that's what I'm gonna be playing, and I'm just gonna get because 2400 in a good season. Yeah, honestly, in a good season, I can get easy 5 characters plus or 5 classes to 2.4 easy. Like if it was like season 1, yeah, it would be free, the freest. Because when it was actually how it's supposed to be, and you could gain rating based on how good you were, it was pretty nice. But now it's about you just being able to play 10 hours straight, nonstop, every day, and A lot of people just don't have that time. Unless you stream and you're getting paid for it, you don't have that time every day to log on and just non-stop sit in a queue. I don't know how people do it. I've only been doing it for like the last 2 days, and I'm already just I'm tired of it. Cause it's like it's the same thing over and over. You get up to 2,500, and then you start getting people that are 2K, and then they just throw your rating. It's happened to me every time on both of my characters, on my Windwalker and my Boomy. I get to a CR that I spent 3 hours trying to get to. I spent 3 hours trying to get like 100 rating, 150 rating, and then I get that one bad lobby. I go 2-4 because I get some 2K healer that's dying in the opener 3 times or 3 rounds in one game, and I end up losing 70 or like 50. No, no, it was definitely like 60 to 70 points because since they're lower rating or since they're lower rated, it counts them as it's like, oh, well, you're facing lower CR players. You should win. So it basically punishes you because there's I don't know, the logic is pretty stupid. It basically punishes you for being at a higher rating. So it's like oh well, if you're at this rating, you should be able to beat this person. Well, guess what? That's not how life works. This guy's a healer. Even if he was a DPS, it still wouldn't matter. And the funny thing is, these guys that are at 2K, when they're playing with 2,500 players, they don't get an MMR buff. It's irrelevant. So let's say they go 3-3, they gain 0. If they go 2-4 versus 2,500 players at 2K, they still lose like 30 or 40 points. Isn't that kind of ridiculous? That they force them into a bracket that's unreasonable, and then they end up. It's like, oh well, that's your problem. Get good, and then they just throw all that. I couldn't imagine. That's the same thing. It's just like the same thing that happens every time. I don't know how this hasn't been fixed yet. It's such an easy fix that I don't know what to say. It's like there's nothing more to say. There's nothing more to say. It's just Blizzard. But it is pretty funny though that people can be this incompetent. $1 billion company to like this is not like a garage company or something. This isn't like somewhere in the back of a shed. This is a multi-billion-dollar company that can easily do anything they would like instantly. If they wanted to make a new class right now, they could do that. So I don't understand, like, how are you making a new season before you're fixing the current one? It's mind-blowing. Same thing with expansions. Why are you releasing a new expansion when everyone already hates that expansion? Like, you have to fix the issues to make a good season or expansion. Like, until you... it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. I would rather just everyone one-shot again, have fast-paced games, and at least then casuals can actually have a chance versus people. At least then everyone just one-shotting anyone. You click your wings, you click your... you click that one button, and if they don't click anything, they die in about two globals. Get them out of here. Let's bring it back. Bring back Shadowlands one-shots. Thank you. That's what we need. I think we need that. I think Blizzard's too lazy to make the game balanced, so just make it broken. Make healers do unhealable healing, and make DPS do unhealable damage. And it only has to be on the burst. It's not like it has to be 24/7. Make it like Mr. Panaria and stuff, where on your burst you do unhealable dam, but then off your burst you don't do really any dam. So it's based off of if you CC the healer, then he dies. Oh yeah, he had Spirit Link and Trinket there. That's unfortunate. Noise, Trinket, Spirit Link, but we don't use that. Not today, not today. We don't use those CDs. No sir. No sir. We don't use Spirit Link out here. We don't do that. I'm pretty sure this healer is probably 2K too. But this is the rounds that I lose. And this is what fumes me. Because then next round, or this round right here, if I lose this, I waited a 30-minute queue when I should have won the last game. It would have been a 5-1, and I actually would have gained some rating. So out of all the time I sit in these queues, it's one situation like that where somebody doesn't want to click their buttons, and we just lose. And it happens every single solo shuffle where there's nothing I can do about it, and we lose because of it. And I'm just sitting there like, why am I even playing this game? It just sucks when I put so much time into this, and it's not like I was pushing. I was just trying to get my, legend wins, but it's like, it's just so annoying that I'm not even playing bad, but I'm getting absolutely farmed by people. And it's all because, like you'd think a 3-3 is really good. Like, winning 3 games in a solo shuffle currently at this rating is probably the best you're gonna get unless you get insanely lucky. That's what the normal the over 50% of people get 3-3s unless you go under that. But most people don't get 4-2s. That's like the best of the best, and that's the very lucky. Like, it depends on what class they're playing. It depends on who they're facing, what comp they get, what time it is. It depends on everything. Otherwise, no matter what, you're gonna be getting a 3-3 every other game, maybe every 2 games, and there's nothing you can do about it. And guess what? If you mess up even one thing and you die, not even you, if any of your teammates mess up, you lose 70 or 50 plus rating when you only gain 25 or 30 points. That's double the rating lost than you gain when you go 4-2 plus. And it's already almost impossible to go 4-2 with players that are 2K at 2,500, even 2,400. It's just like it just doesn't make sense to me. They had to fix that. If they don't fix it, trust me, it won't. No matter how balanced the game is, it'll still be garbage. A casual's not gonna play this. You have to appeal to the casuals. If you don't, the game will be bad. Every time the game's good, the casuals are playing. If casuals are playing, then the game's in a solid spot. You have to make it easy to push. Just like in Shadowlands Season 1 and 2 Arena, where it was easy to get glad, easy to push, and it was fun. It was actually fun. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And one more thing, if they're going to make it like this, and make it just like Season 1, except make 3-3s gain like 5 or 10 points. Easy fix. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, peace.